A few of you were very clear in the comments, and honestly, this is the right kind of feedback. At RodHatulifized5112 asked for a step-by-step tutorial in Codex. At JokesWhisper asked how to use career ops in Cursor. At Petter Johansson 739 asked which CLI you are supposed to use first. At Apekashwaha 8143 said, I ran the scan, I got jobs, now how do I apply? So this video is not another overview. This is the answer video. We are going to separate the repo setup, the Codex route, the Cursor route, the dashboard, the apply workflow, and the cost question. Start with the finished result. Career Ops should end up as a local project folder that contains your profile, your CV, your portals file, your reports, and your tracker data. The dashboard is optional, but when you build it, it gives you a local terminal view of the pipeline. After a scan finds jobs, the next step is not blind auto-apply. The right step is review, evaluate, generate a tailored output, then use apply mode with a human in the loop. The repo rules are explicit about this. Never submit applications automatically on the user's behalf. For the Codex question, the answer is yes, Career Ops has a Codex path. The original setup guide still centers Claude Code, but the repo also has AGENTS.md and docs/codex.md. That file says Career Ops supports Codex through the root agents file. It also says Codex should reuse the same checked-in modes, templates, tracker flow, and scripts that already power the Claude workflow. So do not build a parallel version. Open the repo in your Codex client, make sure it reads agents.md, and route the task into the existing Career Ops files. The setup spine is simple. Clone the repo, move into the folder, run npm install, then install Playwright Chromium. After that, copy the example profile into config/profile.yml, create cv.md, and copy the portals example into portals.yml. The Career Ops setup guide lists Node 18 plus Playwright as the required base, and go only if you want the dashboard terminal interface. If your install fails before those files exist, do not jump to the agent yet. Get the repo dependency check screen first. For Cursor, the important part is the project root. Open the Career Ops folder itself in Cursor, not the parent downloads folder, not your desktop, and not a random terminal tab. Run the setup commands inside that root. When you ask the agent to do something, the agent needs to see agents.md, the modes folder, config, templates, cv.md, and portals.yml. If Cursor opens in the wrong folder, the commands will look correct, but the agent will not have the right local context. Most Cursor confusion is really project root confusion. For the which CLI question, use a normal terminal first. Install dependencies, create the files, and verify the repo. Then use your coding agent client. If you are using Claude Code, the setup guide literally says open Claude in this directory. If you are using Codex, use a Codex client that reads project-agents.md. So the mental model is terminal first, agent second. Terminal prepares the repo. The agent uses the repo. Mixing those steps is why setup videos feel confusing. Now the dashboard question. The dashboard is optional. It requires Go. The setup guide says change into the dashboard folder, build the binary, then run the dashboard with the repo path. If your computer asks what app should open a file after executing it, you probably clicked the binary from the file manager instead of running it from terminal. Build it in terminal. Run it in terminal. Point it at the Career Ops repo. If there is no tracker data yet, it may look empty. Empty is not the same as broken. After the scan finds jobs, do not treat the list as a send button. The scan is input discovery. The next step is evaluation. Pick a job, let Career Ops compare it against your profile and CV, inspect the markdown report, then generate a tailored PDF if the match is worth it. Apply mode is there to help with form flow and application material, not to remove your judgment. If your scan found noisy roles, tune portals.yml before you scale. Better filters beat bigger batches. The cost question deserves a straight answer. Career Ops is open source. The repo is MIT licensed. That does not make Claude Code, Anthropic API keys, OpenAI access, or any other model provider free. If you use Claude Code, you need whatever Claude Code access your environment requires. If you use Codex, you need your Codex client and account access. If you use API keys, usage can cost money. So the honest line is, the system is free to inspect and run locally, but the model layer you choose may still have a bill. So the actual path is this. Install the repo. Create profile.yml, cv.md, and portals.yml. Verify the setup. Open your Codex or Claude client inside the repo root. Start with one job, not a giant batch. Review the report. Generate the PDF if the role is worth it. Use the dashboard if you want a local operator view. And thank you to everyone who asked the practical questions. These comments are what turned this from another tool review into a useful setup answer.